Hello, it's Gloria here from Gloria's Greetings. I had done a video on making these hidden journaling spot journal cards. This is an inspiration from my cousin, Procuring Craft Calm, on Instagram. I have never made one of these before, so I just kind of looked at hers and I was trying to figure out, well, how can I do it? So I did do a video and then, anyway, it got messed up. So I'm just going to quickly redo one for us. So these are the ones that I did, and I did find using a heavier cardstock or cardboard for the pull-out part worked really well. So I was really pleased with how they turned out. I think they're like so cute. And I find with the designer paper, like scrapbook paper or a digital, whatever, you don't really see the seam as well. Please excuse my little dog. I don't know why she's whining, but and then there's this one as well. And then I made a little one as well. I think it's so cute, actually. So what I used is I shot my stash just quickly. And I used greeting cards. I used playing cards. So for the small ones, I used a regular size deck of cards. And for the larger ones, I used these dollar store flash cards that I had in my stash. So we're going to quickly put one together and do it together just because I lost my video footage. I'm not going to go through the whole, well, I am going to go through the whole thing and make one with you, but yeah, so I picked this paper. Now I was going to use this side. Lola, that's enough. Want to say hi? But I kind of like this side too. Yeah, so anyway, you got to decide what side of the paper you would like. Yeah, I think I might use this one and have that on the back so you could journal on it as well. So what I did is I just glued them down first of all. And this is like what I'm talking about. It's a piece of recycled packaging that I used to be the actual hidden journaling space. I just did find that it held up a little bit better for the going in and out of the pocket. So I hope you are all doing well. I was kind of frustrated with this video, but all good, all good. We can quickly do another one. We just finished watching the solar eclipse here. It's still going, but we just had the total, the totality of the coverage, and then now it's waning away again. So it was really cool. The sky got kind of we were a little bit cloudy here, but it still had like this weird, the sky had like a weird darkness to it, like it was, you were looking at it through sunglasses when you weren't. So anyway, very interesting. It was a cool thing to see. We unfortunately didn't have the glasses, so we were not able to really look at it. Just peeked at it here and there. I took a picture. I know, bad, I know, but anyway, very cool. I have all my windows open today. It is 18 degrees here. Can't believe it. But anyway. Okay, so I just glued my cards down onto some paper, whatever paper you would like. And then I quickly will cut them out. I totally went with a different direction. I was going to use the other side of this paper, but I think I like the choice I've made. I'm going to switch it up here. Yeah, so I had received some happy mail from my cousin. She's into junk journaling now too. She does beautiful work. She does not have a YouTube channel, but she had sent me that, and I had it set aside because I wanted to test it out, see if I could make one without watching any YouTube videos. So this may not be the right way to make it, but this is how I'm going to make it. And I like using the playing cards as bases. They're cheap, and what I like about it is because they're the same size. There's no, you know, trying to measure and get it to be exactly the same, and I mean, as long as I don't cut it off there. Yeah, so it works really nice for this little project. It's a cute little piece of ephemera to have for a pocket, a belly band, anything in your journal. And the other ones I did decorative paper on both sides, like this one, but this one, the one side of the designer paper looks like it would be a little bit nicer for journaling on. So I think if I made more in the future, I would kind of keep that in mind. I would have one side here, you know, that you could journal on. Say you put them together and they're the exact same size. So that makes life a lot easier for me. So I think I'm gonna have these going like up, and that is gonna be my front. So then what I do, I'm not saying this is right, but this is how I do it. I glue gently, well not gently, but carefully. And I'm gonna get my glue book here, just so I don't want glue all over my mat. And I go all around the edge. I'm sorry if it's a little noisy. I got the windows open and I hear my husband with the pass load nailing on the new house. So, okay. So I think, do I want it up? Yeah, I do. So I just drop it on and hold it and kind of tap it, and then make sure that all the edges are lined up and nothing is really showing from the opposite side. There we go. So sometimes I do find using the playing cards, I could sand them a little bit on the interior, just along the edges even, and it probably would rough it up enough. It does take a second for the glue to set, that's all. It does glue and it does stay closed, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna just keep moving along. Normally I would let this sit for a few minutes and let it dry. So then what I do is I like to take an inch off the top for this size. So I just line it up here and I try to hold it. Oh, see, I moved. I did that last time too. I think it's because it's a double layer. There we go. And I do that. I kind of roughed it up, but you can see how there is an opening here. See, my glue isn't staying because I'm hurrying, but that's okay. It will. And then there's an opening here. So I just do trial and error. I kind of know that the glue is going to bleed in a bit. So I just take my ruler, and I think I'll just cut it down widthwise to 2 3/4. And I think for height, I will allow for glue as well. I think I'm just gonna go down to maybe 4 1/4 or 4 1/8. So I'm just gonna cut this, and now I forget what I said for this. Yeah, 2 3/4. So I'm gonna do a strip at 2 3/4. And I like using this because it's nice and durable, even more so than cardstock. So it goes in and out really nice. And then I think I said for this, I would measure 4 1/4. So before I round any corners or do any inking, I am gonna just make sure that this will fit in here nicely. Now, some of my sides, see, I do find that is a little bit, I can hear my glue coming undone. I might need to go a little bit narrower with that, but height-wise, I'm gonna see if it's okay. So usually I put it in the top part, if I can get it in. And as you can see, like I said, I haven't given the glue enough time to set, but it will. And then I just see how it is this way, and the glue is coming off my edge again. But I do think that will fit. Look at that. I do think though I am going to take a little bit off, just a smidge. I just find it's a little bit, I might just take it right down to there. And just a smidge off this way as well. Okay, so now I take my corner rounder, if I can find it. I just find it makes it go in a little bit nicer, especially on the bottom. I don't necessarily corner around the top. Doesn't want to corner around this one for me. There we go. And then I will ink it. There's my washing machine too. I'm just kind of doing this on the fly. I just finished giving my house a good spring clean and thought, well, I'm going to take 10 minutes, do the video again quickly. I was so bummed that, you know, technical issues, but that's all good now. Okay, so I am gonna take my glue and just kind of re-glue this here. I do find it's a little bit. And I take a little bowl clip and I can hold it. And let's see if this will fit in if I've done that. Yep, that fits in very nicely. Just let me center it here. I want to make sure it's centered. And you can ink the edges when you're done of the whole item. And that does cover a multitude of sins. See, the glue here is not quite set, but that's okay. You know what? I'm kind of glad it's happening because this is trial and error, and I will use some bowl clips here to hold it shut. I should have sanded the edges of the playing cards. It's just because it's shiny against shiny that it's giving me a little bit of grief here. But there we go. I'm gonna put one more bowl clip there. And all my other ones did the exact same thing, but in the end, they all stayed glued shut, so I was quite pleased. So I'm just gonna test it one more time. Make sure it fits. Now with the bowl clips on, it still goes in. And I'm just gonna make sure I have it the right way. And there we go. Isn't that the cutest little thing? It's a hidden journaling spot. So there is kind of how I did it. Then what I do, I have this lined up. I will just take glue and I put it in the top. So it is permanently in there. And I do give that some time to dry before I'm like putting it in and out of the pocket. I put my excess glue there, and then I just do repeat the same thing on the back. Now, on one of the ones I did in my sample before, I did glue, I did ink the edge here just for the sake of the video, but I do like it better when you do not, because once you have lined up your paper, you can hardly see the little, yeah, it goes this way. The seam, my bad, sorry. I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. So you can hardly see the little seam. Like you can see it, but it doesn't stand out as much. So it's super cute. And then, like I said, the thicker paper there, it is easier to go in and out of. So that was kind of my little video that I had done for the weekend, and then I kind of got frustrated because I lost my footage, so I didn't have time to redo it. So, and I can tell that this one's going to give me the fits here. It doesn't want to glue. So you do, if you do this with the playing cards like I did, I would definitely take a little bit of sandpaper to the inside of the shiny parts of the card and sand it down so it just has, it adheres a little bit better. So then this will go in here like this. There we go. It's not, doesn't usually go in that, it's not that difficult to put in. I think it's just more because I have all my bowl clips on it. But anyway, there you go. So that is just a cute little project. I've never made these before. They've been around. This is nothing new, but I just haven't made one. So I wanted to give it a try. So with these ones, then I decorated them. I did some splatters, and they will fit nicely in a future journal. So this will go into my finished ephemera box and ready to go. And even though this isn't totally plain, I do feel you could write on this still with a thicker black marker. But I do like this one. I'm going to decorate the front of this. I'll have photos at the end. And then here you do have some journaling space. So I hope you guys give these a try. I think they're called hidden journal spots or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, thanks, Sonia, for the great idea. And thank you, everyone, for joining me today. I hope everyone has a great day, and I appreciate you spending some time with me. Bye now.